What's up, guys? B Green Flex here, voice of Flex, back with another video. Not sure if you saw, but I did try and do a live reaction to the Neon and Sam Fresh and Fit interview the other day, but uh, while I was doing it the first time, the stream got banned. I don't know if it was because of Fresh and Fit, like with them getting demonetized like a month ago or whatever, or because like I didn't use any words, but I think in the interview maybe they used some words in that video. I don't fucking know, but either way, it got banned. Tried to restart it, it got banned again. So it's like two 20-minute parts, but feel free to go check those out if you want. I really was trying to react to the whole thing, and I was doing it live. I had a couple of my friends in there, and I was hoping to get some of y'all in there, but of course the time didn't really allow it. So either way, we're back with another Fresh and Fit clip because we ain't gonna stay letting them keep us down. I actually wanted to react to one of the newer It's Complicated videos, but I don't really have a lot of time today to do a reaction, and I wanted to make sure I got something out to y'all. And also because the one I'm reacting to is a caller calling in to one of their shows, and a lot of times when they do a call-in show and they post a clip about it, it's usually some dude that gets roasted, and usually for the right reasons. And I really wanted to do it just to kind of show that, one, it's important for us as men to not only be able to point out things on people around us, being male or female, but also be able to look into ourselves, look in the mirror, and understand what we are lacking in, what we need to develop, what we need to build on. And a lot of times people are Fresh and Fit get a lot of slack and a lot of hate because they always, oh, you're misogynist, oh, you hate women. And it's like, no, if you watch what he says to the men, it's usually 1,000 times worse. So we're gonna react to this clip today. It's about 4 minutes, and see what happens. And it's delusional caller got checked for doing this for women. So let's see what we got. Also, of course, in the meantime, subscribe if you like the content, like the video to help the algorithm, and comment down below what your thoughts are.
So I think that a lot of guys, including yourselves, would call that something. You know, I don't know how it works with you in your relationships.
All right,
Fresh,
let me be very
Myron.
clear about this. Hold on.
I know,
Simping is
I
very.
know, Myron,
Yo,
you
stop
have,
talking.
have
Stop
like
talking.
side
Stop
chicks
talking.
and
Stop
things of that
talking. Stop
nature.
talking. Stop talking. Simping is simply this. Okay, I'm going to define it for you, and then you can interpret it however you want. Simping is simply the unreciprocated pursuit and or time allotted or resources or whatever it may be that you provide to a woman that she's not necessarily giving you back.
Right.
Okay? I am okay with a guy treating a woman well, even spoiling her, if she reciprocates that behavior to an equal, if not more preferably, better degree.
And that's the big thing about the misconception when it comes to Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, Sneeko, you know, freaking, who else is in the red pill space? Sterling Cooper, Trevor Francis, you know, I can't even think of some of the other bigger names, but just in general, there's a big misconception about the fact that when you're in the red pill space that you just treat women like shit and you don't respect them and you're a misogynist and all this stuff. And it's like, no, actually, these hyper masculine men, I consider myself a hyper masculine man, we actually treat women with the utmost respect and are very dutiful in making sure that the women that are associated with us are taken care of, are looked after, protected, all that kind of stuff. So the misconception is because of trolls online that are simp freaking, oh, this is probably gonna get simp freaking femboy soy boys. Those are the types of guys that really do hate women, but it's not even that they hate women, they hate themselves so much that they can't get women. And those are the guys that will actually do some crazy shit to a woman, like, you know, hit her or RAPE her, or, you know, freaking emotionally abuse her. And it's because they're so infatuated with women, but they can't get any. So it's like all these emotions build up and then they let them out. Whereas men like us that actually do get women or have options or are content with ourselves or are constantly working on ourselves to better ourselves, we understand how women act and we understand how they are. And since we have this abundance mindset, we're not going to sit here and let our emotions dictate how we treat a woman. We treat them respectfully. Most of the women that I've been with, even if it ended on bad terms, a lot of the times I'm still friends with them, or not friends, but like still cordial with them, and they will all tell you, no, like, he's a fucking great guy. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were a girlfriend, hookup, friend, or whatever, they will all tell you, no, he's a great guy. He fucking is the best. So it's like, but these little simp dudes will sit there and act like, oh, no, they're misogynists and they hate women and they mistreat women. And it's like, no, you just think that way because you've never been with women. So when you see a man talking to a woman a certain way on a podcast or even in public, you don't really know what goes on beyond that scope. So anyway.
Are you okay with a guy saying, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $1,000 a month. You come over whenever I need to. We'll fuck."
No, because that is strictly you're exchanging money for sex.
Right, it's prostitution.
That's an L.
That's what you're doing. That is simping.
It's you're still getting the sex, but it's prostitution, and you're in a way still simping because you're literally having to pay her to give you sex and her time, and it's prostitution at the basis, but it's also simping and just in general proving that you can't get any women. But it's just an overarching issue that these men just need to really better themselves, and as men, we need to work on your career, your business, your fitness, your health, your mindset, and be able to have game, bro. Just be able to talk to women. That's the biggest thing that I don't understand about guys is it's like, oh, how do I do this? How do you do this? And it's like, bro, like, they're just people. Just go fucking talk to them. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard. But you know what it is? It's just about having the experience. I'm not even trying to do this in a cocky way or whatever, but I've been with plenty of women, and I've had a lot of women as friends, and I've had a lot of women around me in my life and stuff. And it's just when you have a lot of experience with women, it naturally makes you more comfortable with them. Whereas if you've only had sex with 3 girls, you're naturally gonna kind of be still nervous to be like, dang, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. It's like, bro, just go talk to her. Like,
What is the difference between doing that and saying, okay, we'll treat you out for dinner, take you on this nice boat, or like, Donovan Sharp, I'm buying my girl
because one is she's actually respecting
here's
you.
the difference, my friend. Okay, you're looking at this very linearly, which is fine, but you got to look at it from the female perspective. Right now, you're thinking like a guy. I need you to now think like a woman for 2 seconds, okay?
Right.
Women value experiences.
Okay.
Right.
And women value experiences with a guy, and they build a bond with that guy through experiences. You understand? Whether it's you being charismatic, you being charming, you were giving her certain experiences, etc. What you're talking about is you're simply paying her money to show up and fuck you and then leave.
Right.
That's very different. That's prostitution. That is simping to a degree. That's
Right.
tricking, essentially.
Right.
But when the biggest difference is you're not really building a bond with that girl.
And I hope that he eventually says this, but it's because also in one sense, the girl is literally just prostituting herself to you. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't like you. She doesn't care about you. She's not attracted to you. She's literally looking at it as a business transaction. Whereas the other one, she actually likes the guy. She actually wants to spend time with you. She actually respects and admires you and is giving you her time willingly. You might pay for dates. You might pay for experiences or trips or whatever or gifts. But at the end of the day, it's still in a way that she is actually willingly giving the time and sex to you, whereas the other one, you're strictly just paying for it transactionally. And there's a big difference in that when it comes to the female brain, because if she doesn't like or respect you, she could easily take that money and just dip or just do it once and whatever. And now you're in love because you've never had... I'm not going to go into that.
Well, what if you don't want to bond? What if you just want to fuck?
Okay, then do what
Do
you're
your
doing,
thing, right.
but you're tricking. Call it what it is. That's you tricking.
Do you
bro.
want to bond with your side chicks?
What?
Do you want a bond with your side chicks,
Yes.
Myron?
Yes, because I would have multiple girlfriends. Because that's how you get the best out of a woman. If you want to get the best out of a woman, you can't trick off on them and and do that shit, because they're gonna just look at you as a commodity.
Right. They're literally just looking at you as a fucking...
Do you want an
price
emotional
tag.
bond?
Yes, that's how you get the best out of women. You must get an emotional bond from them. That's how you get them to submit to you, to obey you, and actually give a shit. You need to.
I feel like the caller is looking at it from a strictly, like mine were saying, like a strictly guy's perspective and not a female perspective, which is okay. But the thing about it is that he's looking at it too logically, and I can tell that he doesn't have much experience with women, or he hasn't been with many women, because if he had been, he would know not to look at it so logically, or as Myron said it, linearly, and be able to like pan out and look at the full perspective and the full picture and be able to understand both sides. Because in a way, yes, when you're a man taking a girl out on dates and stuff like that, yeah, you are in a sense tricking or prostituting, because it's like, okay, I took her out to dinner tonight, spent $100. Okay, boom, and then we went to get fucking ice cream or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. Or then boom, next week, we went to the fucking, whatever museum, and then went downtown for drinks or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, yes, you're still paying for it, but it's the experiences. It's like he said, it's the emotional bond. It's the time, the energy, like being collected together. And at the end, and like I said before, it's the woman actually wanting to spend the time with you. Yeah, you're still paying the money as the man, but that you just understand you have to do that as the man. But it's the woman actually wanting to give her time to you, whereas the other one, she doesn't give a fuck about you. She just wants the bread. So it's very different. And when you looking at it that way is fine to a certain degree, but you can tell that he doesn't have a lot of experience with women, because if he had, he would be able to understand this to a better degree. So
To Fresh says getting their souls. You need to get her emotionally invested. When you're spending money on her to just fuck, you're not getting her emotionally invested.
Right.
So are you arguing to pay for box?
Yeah, nigga, you're just basically sitting here to
I'm
you're trying to
confused, bro.
you're trying to rationalize paying for box, which is fine.
'Cause
You can do that.
Dude,
That's it.
as a guy,
Yeah.
if you're going on a boat, you're going to dinner, it's because you want to go. If she's coming, it's because she's a +1 if she comes. But you're going there regardless.
Right.
Versus you paying for box directly, that's a
Right.
fucking L, bro.
Right. That's a good point too. When you're a type of guy that has a certain lifestyle, and like myself, a lot of people, I'm not rich by any means. I do okay for myself. I'm trying to build myself up to be a millionaire in the near future, but a lot of people, they see my Instagram stories or my Snapchat stories, or just in general, like, ask me what's going on. And a lot of times I'm on a boat on the weekends, or I'm going out to nice dinners, and or just going out to eat in general. And in the city where I'm in, where people really don't make a lot of money, even though it's a beach town, it's like more of a college town. It's a lot of younger people, and like they don't really make a lot of money. Just in general, the jobs here don't really pay that well. So for someone to be on a boat all the time, going out to eat all the time, I might take a day trip to Myrtle Beach, which is only like an hour away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just regular shit. They're kind of like, dang, like, this dude is fucking popping. And it's like, no, bro. Like, but going back to Fresh's point, I'm going to do those things regardless. If the girl wants to join me and I ask you to come and you agree, cool, we can have a good time, whatever the case may be. But I'm going on the boat regardless. If I got 3 homies with boats, if they say, yo, boat today, cool, I'm there. Like, or, we're going out to eat. Like, this past weekend, had a high school reunion, and then I also had some friends in town for that, and then the other friend group that was already here. So, like, we all linked up for dinner and then got some drinks after or whatever. It's like, if I invite a girl to that stuff, cool, like, but I'm going to do that stuff regardless. So it goes back to the guys looking at it way too simplistically and linearly and trying to break it down to strictly numbers and data. And it's like, nah, bro, like, live your life. And if a girl is accompanying you, that's fine and that's good, but make sure she's a good girl, especially if it's one that you are going to make a regular thing. And also understand that paying for it directly and transactionally is way different than paying for an experience with the woman. Like,
I mean, if you want to pay for box, just do
I
it,
don't
bro.
need
Box
save
is
me
free.
time.
Yo, dude, box is free,
And I
bro.
don't necessarily need the emotional.
Either you learn game, get some status, get some money, but bro, you need nothing to get box. It's free.
Yeah.
Right.
But he wants to pay for it. But he don't want he
doesn't want to
deal
put the
with
work
bitches,
in,
bro.
right.
He wants to just fucking get them out, which is fine, but that's tricking, bro.
right.
That's an L, bro.
Hey, you know what's even funnier about this? The way Myron just broke it down, he's like, he just wants to pay them for it, fuck them, and have them leave. That's hilarious, because a guy that actually does get women and has experience with women and actually holds himself to a high standard can fuck them and have them leave. I've had multiple girls over the last few years that, like, it's strictly a friends with benefits. You come over, we might chill for a second, but at the end of the day, it's like they may be here for however many minutes. Boom, we get to action. Boom, gone. Couple times, maybe they spend the night. Cool, but it's very far and few between. For the most part, come through, got the TV going, movie going, whatever. Boom, 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 out the door. Like, and when you're a dude that, like, actually has game and, whatever, you kind of understand that like you can do that. But this guy, that's why it goes back to before. Like I said, he obviously doesn't have experience with females, because if he's having to do it to that degree where he's have to pay for it, for the nature of the relationship to be like that, he obviously has no game, no status, no money, anything. Because again, myself, and I even know, a couple guys like this have had multiple girls where it's like, yeah, we're cool, we're friends, but to a certain extent, it's you come through, bang, 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 out the door. Or if you coming through and chilling or whatever, I'm still doing my thing and we end up still hooking up, and you might stay the night or leave or whatever. But it's nothing more than that. We're not going out on these crazy dates. We're not going out on all these trips and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally just come through, fuck, gone. So it just goes to show, players play.
Yeah. I do. I appreciate y'all's perspective, and honestly, I do appreciate y'all's show. Thanks for doing what y'all do. I'll keep supporting.
All right, man.
And hating at the same time. All right, bye.
Some bitch shit, bro.
Hating on what, nigga?
Hey, man, I just posted in Reddit, man. If you're a hater for me or Myron, call in.
Like,
I might have misspoke.
Nigga is purely just paying for box, and he's trying to say, like, bro.
Yeah, he's trying to justify his payment box.
Like, look, if y'all niggas want to pay for box, go ahead, do it. But understand that you're not gonna get the best out of your girl doing that shit.
I mean, personally speaking, I wouldn't do it if I were you, because you're gonna have a dark side of like female nature, and it's gonna turn you twisted.
Right.
But if you want to do your own thing and be your own man, go ahead.
Every dude I know that pays for box like ends up like really like not like really
they
disliking
actually
females.
hate
Fucked up,
women, bro.
yeah,
They actually hate women.
because they see the
Whoa.
worst side.
All right.
Just like
Bruh.
yeah, man. All right, well, who's
Yeah.
up next? Let's get a hater on here.
Because it's also the psychological aspect of you're paying for sex, so you're now the simp sugar daddy dude that is, they're using you for. And because of that, subconsciously, you start to, like Myron said, really hate women and really like have like a mistaste for them, because subconsciously you know that you can't get women organically, so you're having to pay for it. And naturally, when you have to pay for something or give up resources for something that you should be able to attain organically or freely, it just messes with your mind as a guy. Like if you knew that you had an abundance of cars that you had access to, you just had to be able to, you wouldn't get in trouble for it, but you had to be able to break into them to be able to get them. But you couldn't, so you had to fucking, go buy cars instead. You'd naturally start to hate cars, because you'd be like, fuck, man, I had 500 cars here that could have been mine if I could just figure out how to break into them and get them started. But I couldn't figure it out. And instead I had to go drop, to get 500 cars, I had to go drop however many mills. Or just to get 2 cars, I had to drop 50 bands. Like, that actually might be a really good analogy. But just in general, y'all get what I'm trying to say. If like you naturally will develop that mistaste, because you're having to pay for something and give up your resources and energy to get something that you could have gotten freely and organically. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully there are some good snippets there. I'm going to, of course, put some of the clips on TikTok. And like always, make sure to like the video if you like the content. Subscribe if you enjoyed or take anything away from it or want to catch the next one. And comment down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think it's okay to pay for box? I don't. I don't think paying for box is healthy. I don't think, watching prawn or OVF or anything of that is healthy. And honestly, we just got to do better as men, and you'll be able to pull the bitches, man. It's that simple. But either way, catch y'all on the next one. Make sure to get your money up, your fitness up, keep that mindset going, and I wish y'all the best of luck. Peace.